真空
Hey, what's going on, everybody? System Psycho back with the combo crew. Josh, Juice, and the special guest, my boy Elvis. And today we're going to be talking about UFC 194. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to go through all the main fights, and basically just talk about each fighter, what we think about, you know, their stats and how they fight, and our predictions for the match. Let's start off with the very first fight, which is Max Holloway versus Jeremy Stephens. What do you guys think about that? Like, who wants to start it off?
Max Holloway, and I mean, both of those, they're known to be like reckless and really like, I mean, creative and everything. So they jump around and they're like, so a lot of people think they like take too many risks and everything, which is why they kind of, you know, look down upon them sometimes. But Max Holloway, the way he fights is like, I mean, because he plays a distance game, so he'll sit in, he'll come in, take shots, you know, like make little feints and everything else. So then like you'll be forced to, like, you know, you want to throw a punch and you'll throw it and he'll slip and then come in, or he'll even take a hit. And then he'll come in and just like make you pay for it, throw two clean punches and get out, or throw two clean strikes, whichever it is, throw it into a kick and get out. He plays a real good distance game. While Jeremy Stephens, he's more of like, they try to get into the pocket, try to get into like a telephone booth and like just keep charging forward.
He's a charger.
Yeah, I mean, he'll go like, you know, he'll definitely play a linear game. Well, Max Holloway, like when he fights people who go like, you know, go in, like just straight in a linear motion, he'll circle his way out. Or if somebody's trying to circle with him, he'll start going straight in and charge in. I mean, so it's a real distance game with this guy.
I'm guessing Max Holloway more the aggressor. Stephens more the seasoned fighter. He's gonna stretch the fight out more, maybe take it to the later rounds. Jeremy Stephens, he's a purple belt, right? So his jiu-jitsu game should be stronger. Got 16 KOs, so that's a strong stand-up.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, 16 KOs. I mean, and like I said, 35 fights, dude. That's real season.
I mean, with Max Holloway though, like he hasn't lost since fighting Conor McGregor back in 2013.
Yeah, he took him the farthest.
Yeah, and so he's been on a tear in the featherweight division.
He cut Swanson.
Yeah, he beat a lot of good names there, and so he's definitely showing that he's on that next level. The thing about Max Holloway is exactly what Juice was saying. He's an aggressor. He starts the fight very quickly. The problem with Jeremy Stephens is that even though he tries to come in and try to like close that gap in distance, he's a slow starter. And I think that might be the difference in this fight, truthfully. I mean, Stephens, like you said, has the experience. He's more seasoned. You know, but the thing is that this is only a 3-round fight. You know, so, you know, if you can't find that distance within that first round, and you're still trying to depend on the second round to kind of get that feel, it might be too late at that point.
Like Max Holloway's like last couple fights, I mean, he fought a guy who like had way more reach than him and everything else, and he still was able to keep the distance, get out of there, took a jab, got in there, took 2 strikes, and then head out before the next punch were coming, and he won that fight.
All right, so what are your predictions for this fight? What do you think is going to take it?
I'm going with Holloway.
You going with Holloway?
Yeah.
You feel the aggressor is going to take it?
Yeah, he's younger, stronger.
I mean, yeah, he's doing real.
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway. We're all three guys. Max Holloway's the pick.
All right, cool. Next fight, Damian Maia versus Gunnar Nelson.
Oh.
So, okay, what are your thoughts on that one?
It'll be a slow fight.
This is gonna be
Slow
like
fight on the floor.
technical jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
Okay.
All the way, 4th degree black belt, and Damian Maia. So you know what to expect from him. Gunnar Nelson, black belt, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Got 10 wins by submission.
Really?
So yeah, so he's putting in work.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna be a grappling fight the whole way.
You think
on
so?
the mat? Yeah, I believe so.
So both of these guys are both grapplers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Gunnar Nelson coming into the UFC, he had 3, I guess it was KOs or a TKO, 2 KOs, something like that going into it. Since he arrived in the UFC, though, it's been almost all grappling. Damian Maia is coming down from the middleweight division, went into the welterweight division, and he just has the better resume. But the thing is that when he got down to the welterweight division, I think everybody was expecting, because he is a world-class jiu-jitsu champion. I mean, he really is. I think everybody was expecting him to kind of take that division by storm. But he hit 2 back-to-back really hard fights. He had Jake Shields and Rory McDonald.
Jake Shields,
And,
okay.
And Jake Shields, I mean, he's a good wrestler, and I think that the problem was that turned into a wrestling match, and it kind of favored Jake Shields because Maia wasn't able to really get the dominant position.
Okay.
But since then, Damian Maia has gone on a 3-fight win streak,
Uh-huh.
but they've been against lesser opponents.
Okay.
So I think that where they're at now, I think that Damian Maia and Gunnar Nelson, they're kind of even where
Okay.
they're meeting each other at
How
this
well
point.
this is. That's awesome.
Yep.
See, what I think is gonna happen, like, Damian Maia's been notorious for being like beat like stand up and everything else because he's not really good. But I mean, he's improved his stand up a lot more. Gunnar Nelson definitely still has the better stand up, but I think the key in this match is that like when everyone fights Damian Maia, they try to keep it standing. They're like they don't want to get grabbed by this guy because this guy's gonna rip their limbs off,
Okay.
and then you go straight into a tap where you end up in a rear naked choke and just be worried.
Yes.
This guy though, I think if he were to grab Gunnar Nelson, like Gunnar Nelson's not worried about like, oh, you want to take him to the ground? Fine, this is Cody to the ground. But then he's like, hey, but let's keep it standing. But if he wants to take him to the ground, there's no problem. He's like, he's not scared. He's not gonna be intimidated. He's not gonna like, be all worried and then like all of a sudden Damian's got his neck or something and like decided to go. So that's just why I think like if it does go to the ground, it's gonna be like I don't know, just a complete technical match. But if somebody keeps it like I think if he keeps it up at least at the beginning to try to see where Damian like if he's at least at his level or like or if he can completely take advantage of it, I'm sure he can try to take advantage of standing.
You feel
at least at the beginning.
It's going to be like what they call a grappler's paradise, basically. It's going to be something if you're versed in jiu-jitsu, if you're versed in wrestling, if you watch the sport for the technical aspect of it, it's a fight that you're not going to be bored during. The casual viewer, unfortunately, you're probably going to
We swept him and took the top, man.
Some people are like, oh, very technical. Others like, this shit is boring. Stand up and fight.
They want to see where they
Throw
go
some
forward.
fists.
Like, oh, he's definitely putting pressure here, so you can have that arm and go into like a Kimura, go into a Gumukata, try to flip it over.
So, all right. So, I mean, you guys say they're pretty much even, but what are your guys' predictions on this one then? What do you think? You had to pick.
I'm going with Gunnar Nelson.
Gunnar Nelson.
It's really just a toss-up, man. Out there,
You just okay.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. How about you?
I'm gonna go with Gunnar as well, but
Yeah, I mean it's a toss-up. I'm gonna go different though. I'm gonna go Damian Maia. I just think that, the only reason is because I think he has a bigger, more impressive resume.
Okay.
Under him, I think that this is going to be a big card too, and he's been there before. He's been in that spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
So, not to say that Gunnar Nelson hasn't, but I think this is going to be a different crowd than what he's used to.
He's also coming down from middleweight, right? So he's going, he's always the bigger guy. Always got a little bit more advantage.
Right.
But we'll see.
All right. So next fight, Yoel Romero versus Jacare Souza.
Yep.
Okay. What do you guys' thoughts on that one? Anybody want to start? You got the stats.
Yeah. So I know Jacare is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Okay.
Got 16 wins by submission. Ramo, he's more of a wrestler. He's actually an Olympic winner, and he came silver in Cuba's Olympic in freestyle wrestling. I guess you gotta give the advantage to Jacare
You think so?
in the submission. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, haven't seen too much on Joel. He's a huge dude. He's a monster. He's big
as fuck.
Yeah, he's big. He's huge.
Okay. Damn.
I'm kind of I know that Jacare's stand up. I guess he's been sharpening a little bit more recently. He's been fighting more on his feet.
Okay. That's good.
But I'm kind of thinking that Joel might dominate. In the stand up.
Okay.
well, I mean, yeah, like, cause like Yoel Romero, and like his last 10, I mean, the 10 wins, the 9 of them were knockout or TKO.
Oh, for real?
He just knows how to finish fucking fights. He's a monster. But so is Jacare. Jacare is also a monster. I mean, especially compared to where he was before. Before he was like a skinny little dark guy. And now, like, he's somehow, like, lightened up somehow. I'm like,
Stayed out the sun for a couple months.
Like, hit the gym and stayed in there. I'm like, this guy just, like, swole up like crazy. But no, yeah, so, like, he's gotten a lot of power now, and he's been just going on a tear. Like, I mean, he beat, like, because, like, one of his last losses was to Gegard Musashi from an up kick. He took that back and got him in, like, a guillotine. And just, so he's definitely a submission-heavy guy. He's definitely a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not scared to stand up either because he's been definitely, taking it to people.
Okay.
And so these people, both of these guys are just like massive people that are just going to collide.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, Yoel Romero and his wrestling background is where I think is going to, like, be trouble for Jacare to try to get him down and into a submission kind of thing.
Okay.
And for him to stand up against Yoel, I don't know. Because those are just two powerhouse people going at each other. Because Yoel, I mean, the way he brings people down and everything, the way he's so good. So his double leg is amazing.
Yeah.
He can control the angles and just keep you down on the floor like it's nobody's business. So I don't think Jacare's single leg is going to do very well against this guy at all.
No. I mean, I agree with what Deuce is saying. For me, Yoel Romero reminds me a lot of how Chuck Liddell was back in the day, where it's you can take him down, but keeping him down is always the problem. And he's got heavy hands. I mean, the dude like punches like he has kettlebells for fists. Like I mean, he does. He puts people to sleep.
Yeah.
And the thing about Jacare though is that he definitely deserves the nickname Jacare. I mean, it's like an alligator. Like when he grabs you, he's got that grip. And the thing is that he has the power too, so he could probably wrestle it to the ground. It's keeping Yoel on the ground. The other thing is though is that I kind of get like the sense like we just got off of UFC 193 with Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
And I see this as a similar situation. Jacare's striking has improved, but he's heavy on that ground game. Whereas Yoel Romero, we know what he brings to the table. We know he's got those heavy fists. If it stays on the feet, it could be lights out. But if it goes to the ground, it's kind of a toss-up at that point, honestly. So it's an interesting fight. That's definitely an interesting fight. And I think it has implications for who's going to go on to fight the middleweight, whoever wins in the middleweight title fight.
I'm such a fan of Jacare. I've followed him forever, man. Yeah, I fucking love him.
Fanboy?
So that's
my pick right now. Jacare right now.
Yeah. So you just Jacare, how about you?
Oh, man. This one's like just pulling the name out of a hat, honestly. For real? I'll go different. I'll go Yoel Romero on this one.
How about you, man?
I'm going Romero because I'm rooting for the knockout.
We don't have that Damian Maia fight.
I mean, he's just got the experience. He's definitely used to people who can, strike. It's not like he's never been against strikers before. He's been against some of the top class strikers. Romero's an older guy. If this was like 10 years ago, this guy would probably be a champ right now. Romero,
I was looking at
because he was like, he's 36 now. I mean, if he was like 26 and his super prime, I'm not saying that I don't know if he's like not his prime now, but I mean like, if he was there like, getting strong then.
True, though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd be a champion right now. I'm sure he would have been just wreaking havoc all over the place.
Gotcha. I mean, so what, he started there or something?
Yeah, he started.
All these Cuban athletes, it's hard for them to get out of Cuba. So they finally make it out kind of late. Same thing with boxers.
Okay, on to the next fight, the middleweight title fight. It's Chris Weidman versus Luke Rockhold. What are your guys' thoughts on that one?
I guess I'll start this one. Yeah, I mean, Chris Weidman is, the thing about Chris Weidman is that a lot of people have kind of disrespected him as a champion.
Okay.
I can see that. He had back-to-back fights against Anderson Silva, in which it kind of rubbed people the wrong way in the way that he won. The thing is that what he displayed in both of those fights, and he's continued to display as he's gone on, is that he might not be the most technical striker, but he's got precise punches. Like he knows where to throw and he knows how to land. And the thing that's interesting about it is that he's got a sick wrestling game. I mean, he's got an incredible wrestling game. So it's just interesting to see a fighter like that because when he fought Lyoto Machida, everybody was expecting him to just go straight for the wrestling. The thing was, he had no problem walking toward Machida. Now, he got caught in that fight toward the end, and that kind of rocked him a little bit, and it looked like he was in danger for a little while. But the thing is that no matter where the fight goes, Weidman's dangerous. On the flip side of that, though, you got Luke Rockhold, who's just as dangerous. He's a technical striker. I mean, an incredibly technical striker. His jiu-jitsu game is, it's world class. And the thing is that he works submissions in ways that if he's going for one submission and he sees something else opened up, he has that quick transition.
Okay.
So he's got a fight IQ that is pretty much unrivaled that I've seen, as far as like somebody that's just so technically sound in both his striking and his ground game. So I'm expecting this to actually be. I think this is going to steal fight of the night, to be honest with you.
Really?
I really do. I really do.
How about you, Juice?
Because Luke Rockhold, Chris Weidman, like you were saying, Chris Weidman is very like underappreciated. I mean, like the first time he fought me, I knew he like he could stand up. He did the fight. He did knock him on the chin, which is a very way to knock people down. But Anderson Silva is the guy who
he was walking back too.
Yeah, he was playing around. He was just messing around,
Yeah.
playing around the whole time, which is his normal routine.
Okay.
Yep.
But that's why I was like, okay, let's see what happens. The next time they fight. Like,
Yeah.
you could see him adapting to everything that he made mistakes in the first one. In the first fight, he was getting hit by leg kicks all the time, so started making them flat-footed.
Okay.
So started flattening his feet out in the first fight. So the next fight, Anderson Silva started keeping his hands up, started doing a lot more, trying to go back to the leg kicks because he didn't think he was going to adapt. Immediately started checking a lot more leg kicks and he broke his foot obviously. It just happened to hit that weak part of the shin that it was terrible.
But Weidman put him on his ass in that first round.
It was like
I remember that.
Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying. His adaptability, he completely came and he continued to evolve. He didn't just say, okay, I'm gonna take the same game I had last time. Because Anderson Silva was like, all right, I'm gonna just start taking him serious. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because he wanted his belt back, and then wow, and then I became a believer in him after the Lyoto Machida fight.
Yeah.
After that Lyoto fight, I was like, okay, this guy's a real fighter. He adapted, he completely took it to him. I mean, because Lyoto Machida, he's always gonna be slow because he's a counter puncher, he's a counter fighter.
Okay.
So that's why he's always gonna be backing up, trying to make sure to keep his distance far away. See you do something dumb and then go in there and make you pay for it.
Right.
And then because he had that karate, that Brazilian jiu-jitsu background, he has because his dad taught karate and he lived in Brazil and everything else. So after I saw him start dominating and still going and going. Yeah, I mean he did get caught a few times because but that's the top class fighter from Lyoto. I mean that's a completely top class.
Lyoto was also at the end of his career.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely on a losing streak, but I mean, he was still one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah.
The one that I wanted to ask you about though is, what did you think about when he fought Vitor and his resilience when Vitor got him up against the cage and he just wasn't connecting with any of those punches? I mean,
no, but I didn't think Vitor was gonna be able to do it because you gotta remember this is also Vitor first fight after not being on TRT, so he's already not coming he's already going in with half the energy, half the strength than he thought he would even have. He's going in there with completely not knowing how it is to be in a fight without being on TRT. Because when he destroyed Luke Rockhold and beat everybody else, he was a monster. Because it wasn't just because he's a world famous. He's been a super seasoned fighter, Vitor Belfort.
Yeah.
He didn't even need his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he still used it. And, he still did the spinning head kicks and they just rocked the head. But this is a guy who was testosterone was through the roof. He was just an animal at that point. And then so the first fight comes Dan Henderson. The first fight he came back without having TRT. Oh, I mean, you knew it was going to be
a different fighter.
He was a completely different person.
Yeah, but Weidman was definitely resilient coming off of that cage. I mean,
he's definitely.
When he got him to the ground, I mean, he improved position. I mean, he got that dominant position on him.
He definitely was able to completely empower him and everything and go forward. Luke Rockhold, like I was saying, after that loss to Vitor Belfort, after that he's been going amazing. He's been doing he's been on a winning streak, and he was saying for jiu-jitsu, his awareness and everything, because most people they see something open, if they feel like they can't get what they got, they immediately transition over and they completely try to find that new opportunity and they take it and they go. He'll still have the situational awareness to see another one and go for both. He had an inverted triangle and still went for a Kimura at the same time. And I was like, you got it. And I was like, how many ways are you going to attack this guy? You're going to rip his neck, you're going to rip his...
Not by submission. Yeah, he says, hey...
nice.
And he also knocked the guy out from kicking him in the stomach and everything else. That's really unheard of and everything else.
Very technical, definitely technical fight.
Completely. He knows his kicks. Even if you see the warm ups of his UFC 194, they're so powerful. Even the ones that are like the feints from the low to high. Usually the high is a lot weaker. Like when you start going from like low, fake to low to go to a high, like off a kick. But he keeps that power, keeps that drive, it keeps that whip, and everything is just like that hip tension, everything. Just that. Oh man, he's hitting hard and he's hitting good.
Okay. So what are your predictions on this one then? Chris Weidman or Luke Rockhold? I mean, you got.
Me, I still give it.
You make it sound like these guys are two beasts.
Oh, they're definitely really good. They deserve to be where they are right now. It's definitely not like, it's not just a gimme kind of fight. No, it's definitely two people. But I'm still gonna go with Chris Weidman because he's definitely turned me into a believer, especially after the Lyoto fight.
Gotcha. How about you, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Probably Weidman, just like you said, his ability to adapt and just stay in the fight. You know.
Yeah, he's proven too. How about you, man?
I'm going the opposite of everybody. I think I'm going to go Luke Rockhold, but I think that this one's going to go to the distance, and I really do think this will be fight of the night. I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be like, I think it will be a split decision, though. I don't think it's going to be unanimous. I think it's going to be a very close fight. And, but I think it's going to go to the distance.
Awesome. Okay. Last fight, main event. This is it. This is the one. Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Let's start off with this one, though.
Yeah, sure. Like we said earlier, my first thing I was looking at was how much time Aldo took off. You know, we all agreed. You know, I'm not sure if it was 14 or 17 months, but it was over a year.
Right.
Right. So I'm curious to see what kind of rust he's gonna have. How's he gonna come into the, how's he gonna come into the ring? Is he gonna be comfortable? You know, momentum. You know, who's gonna stand in the middle of the ring when they're fighting? Who's gonna push the fight? You know, I'm expecting Aldo to be, more in and out. You know, if it goes to the floor, I'm giving the advantage to Aldo. I'm looking for leg kicks. I'm looking for leg kicks to the body. Conor's a southpaw, so he's gonna have the lead leg, so he's gonna have to. I'm looking to see if he's gonna land it.
Yep.
I'm looking to see Welch's on the side of the body, leg. But I'm not sleeping on Conor either, though, man. I mean, Conor is ruthless, dude. His hands are crazy. If he catches him, it's a wrap. It's over. He's going to sleep.
Damn, okay.
But oh my God, dude, it's a toss-up.
Another toss-up.
Dude.
I mean, Jose Aldo. I mean, obviously, you got the champ versus the interim champ.
Yeah.
I mean, Jose Aldo. I mean, he's got a record. He's got a resume that proves itself over and over and over, especially in that weight division. They've wanted him to fight Anthony Pettis. They wanted him, to go fight every other champ because this guy is just amazing. His leg kicks, like you were saying, is completely just
flying knees
crazy,
as well,
powerful.
dude.
His Muay Thai, his striking, everything is just his striking is just on point. But I mean, so definitely at his prime and everything, he was unstoppable. I'm not sure if now it's starting to teeter off with that injury. But when now all that time off, the other thing is having all that time off the ring rust. The thing is because a lot of people either consciously or unconsciously kind of protect that injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he was it's not like he just took time off just to take that. It's because he was injured. He injured himself before the fight.
Gotcha.
So he's gonna either unconsciously or consciously tend to try to protect those injuries and everything else. So I'm not sure if he's gonna be a little hesitant about that.
Gotcha.
But somebody like Jose Aldo, I mean, I guess you won't really have to worry because this guy's mindset is, he's a champ for a reason. He's a world-renowned champ. He's a champ for a reason.
Okay.
Conor McGregor, man, he's got, like you're saying, the striking is good and his distance game is good. Like, he can keep people back, even if you think you have the distance correct and everything. It's even with this, you see him do front kicks and everything, he has that super lean back, super stretched out, good snap, really pointing his toes out, keep people at a distance and annoying them, hitting them in the solar plexus and stuff to really knock the air out of you and everything else. He's got really good timing, really good patience, really good. I mean, this guy is it's somebody to watch out for and everything, which is why he became the interim champion, which is why he's retained the interim championship. I mean, yeah, he's an asshole, yeah. But goddamn, there's no way you're not coming. He's definitely a favorite for a reason. He's definitely he's definitely somebody to really watch out for a reason.
Okay.
This guy, I mean, he can take it to the guy. He can get back up and continue fighting. He beat Michael Bisping and everything else. He beat. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree with that. The thing about Conor McGregor and
Holloway.
the thing about Conor McGregor is and I've started hearing this from a lot of people. I understand that people get annoyed with people that talk, but the thing is like he's so far proven and backed up all the talk that he's put out there. For all these people that are out there that keep saying that he was exposed in the fight against Mendes on the ground, I don't agree with that at all. And I'm sure that Juice and Elvis can both kind of understand where I'm coming from. I mean, we all have fighting backgrounds, and the thing is that in that fight, yeah, Mendes didn't have a full training camp, so no, he wasn't 100% in that. But Mendes is probably the best wrestler in that weight class. And he took Conor down, but he never really got a true dominant position in that entire fight. He maintained him on the ground for 3 rounds, but he truly never did. And when he finally did get to a point where it looked like he was going to get it, Conor got back up to his feet, and that was the end of the fight after that. So McGregor's dangerous, and I think that a lot of people are kind of clouding the fact that he's a big talker. Okay. And are looking at it like, oh, well, he's all talk. And where I kind of fall on this is that Conor McGregor, from the beginning of his career, before the UFC, if you watch these old interviews with him, I actually caught him on the MMA Live with Boss Rutten and I forget what the other guy's name is that does it with him. But Boss Rutten did an interview with him, and he said that his style, this is back before he was cocky and had that braggadocious type thing about him, but he said that his style was perfect to go up against Muay Thai fighters. And he felt that any Muay Thai fighter that he fought, that he would be able to beat. Okay. If that's true, this may be a quick fight. Okay. But the thing is that you can't take away from Jose Aldo. He's a buzzsaw, man. He's a different level fighter. He's aggressive. He's going to take the fight to you. He's not going to be scared. This is going to be a war. I really do believe that this is going to be a war. I don't think this is going to go the distance. I think that it's going to come down to who makes the mistake and who takes the most punishment. I really do. Really? Yeah.
Conor McGregor, they're because a lot of people he's never been outside the 3rd round, so a lot of people are like, oh, what happens if Jose Aldo takes him to the 4th or 5th?
Gotcha.
But this guy, even the way he trains, he's like a pressure trainer, he's a pressure fighter. He's a pressure fighter, so he goes in there and you don't train as a pressure fighter unless you have the cardio. So I'm not worried about there's no worry about this guy's cardio at all, because the people who have a little gas tank or anything else, even in the training, they'll go in and conserve that gas tank as much as possible to make it through training, make it through the rounds. But this guy, the way he trains, the way he goes, he's constantly just pressure. So there's no way that Conor's not cardio ready to go into the 4th and 5th rounds.
I just think that if he can't catch Jose in the early rounds, he's not gonna be able to do it late in the fight either. If Jose isn't there for him to land his big hits, it's gonna be a totally different fight for Conor. So it's real interesting, man. I'm excited, super excited for this fight.
The other thing is the way this guy sets up his left hand is just
hard.
Being a southpaw, amazing. Being a southpaw, his left hand is his power for the hit. Okay. And the way he sets it up with the kicks, with everything else, with the fakes and everything, the feints and everything. And then out of nowhere, just boom, comes in and always collapsing. Jesus, that thing is powerful.
Jose does the same thing too with the kick and he throws a jab right behind it. Same thing. It's real nice.
They go right back to back, and you're like,
that'd be awesome.
And you see people crippling over, and it's like Edson Barboza when you see him fight. Oh my God, he's made people quit off of leg kicks.
Oh yeah, true.
He's dropped people and made 2 people quit off of leg kicks.
Okay.
People just have trouble with that. Especially in that meaty part of the thigh.
Red starts washing up.
Yeah, it's quickly. It's like 1, 2. You come flat-footed immediately. You want to switch. You're like, oh my God, please don't do that again.
Brazilian, man, they play soccer. Soccer, kick your leg all day.
So, you guys' predictions on this fight?
You want me to go first this time? All right, I'll go first this time on it. I said that I think it's going to come down to who delivers the most punishment, and I think it's going to be Jose Aldo. I think the leg kicks, I think the body kicks, I think that's going to be the difference in the fight.
All right.
I'm actually going to go. I think Conor McGregor is going to.
Conor McGregor.
I think he has the answer. I think this is going to be it. I think between combined with like not being in the ring for so long, the injury and everything else, I think this is his moment. This is his like.
This is it.
This is where he has the advantage right here, and just to come up and go right over.
All right.
He's been staying active the entire time.
You're the deciding factor.
I don't know if this is so much as a pick as more as who I'm rooting for. So I'm gonna go with Jose. I'm super biased, so I really hope he just whoops his ass.
Don't get me wrong, I'll watch Jose.
Yeah, I want Jose.
Oh yeah, I'm completely.
Okay. So you want to win, but you think
I just
Conor
think Conor
McGregor
McGregor's gonna take it. But don't get me wrong, I'm completely more of a fan
I'm
of
going with
Jose.
Jose. I'm going with Jose. I just think. I don't think Conor's gonna be able to catch him.
You don't think so?
I don't think he'll be able to catch him. I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go all 5 rounds, and you gotta beat the champ.
Yeah.
A draw doesn't win you the belt, so you gotta beat him.
True.
So
Okay.
I think it's gonna go 5.
There you go. So 2 for Jose Aldo and 1 for Conor McGregor. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. So you heard it here. System Psycho, Juice, Josh, and Elvis signing out. Once again, like, share, subscribe. If you guys have any other comments, what you guys thought on any of these fights, let us know down below and follow us on Facebook. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.